Alright.
I'm gonna need you to choke yourself out.
Alright,
Actually, I'm gonna need you to choke yourself out.
Okay, Sim, it's your episode. Whenever you're ready, host away.
Host the most
Buster,
away.
why you gotta key me up with such a limp little fade out right there? That's disgusting. I would never acquiesce to such a. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this month's installment of Analytical Fanboys. I am your host and topic selector, Simeon Scott, and I am joined, as always, by the spookiest dukes to ever kook. We got Boingo Rider.
If I could just pull out a space kook laugh right now, I would.
Cody, you got a space kook laugh?
No.
Well, damn.
Hello.
Buster, can you save us?
Zoinks!
That's not
Good
the space
enough.
kook.
I just want, no matter whatever bit you were guys go with, I was gonna say Zoinks, like, as my
Do you,
I've been
do you
trying
not
to-
know the space? Okay, wait a second. Hold
Yeah,
on.
Buster knows
Oh,
who that
everybody
is.
knows the space kook. Calm down.
We've talked
Yeah.
about it like 3 times recently because of toy stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, space kook is like one of Cody's hyperfixations, right?
It's my favorite Scooby-Doo villain.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
this guy. I remember this guy.
Which is why we're talking about Scooby-Doo tonight. It's long known that I am not the biggest like horror fella, so getting stuck with the October pick thanks to the new ordering was a little bit awkward for me. But I also realized like, oh, one of my favorite franchises is technically spooky, so fuck it, we're just doing random Scooby-Doo shit every October from now on. It's Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost, everybody.
Ooh, I mean, we've talked about Scooby-Doo before with like a parody comic that I recommended, Scoob and Shag. So it's nice to talk about the real thing.
Yeah, and like Scoob and Shag was fun, but like I'm always gonna be up for some real Scoob. Real Scoob
Yeah.
is much more my thing than any kind of like parody or homage you could do. And this is one of my favorites. Of the '90s / early 2000s direct-to-video quadrilogy, this is my favorite of those films. So I figured we'd just chat about it for a little bit because it's got a lot of interesting little bits and bobs to touch on. Like it's a different voice cast than I think a lot of people associate with Scooby-Doo classically or these days. There's some fun little like thematic things that kind of start with this movie and pop up again later in Scooby-Doo. It's got characters that well, there's a lot to say about their cultural impact later on, but let's just kind of go round table and talk about what everybody's sort of association with Scooby-Doo in general and this movie is going into this. So, Boingo?
Grew up watching Scooby-Doo, like many people fucking do. And just, it's weird to like actually unpack just, oh yeah, this is a major cultural touchstone for most Americans since whenever it started happening. Like every American kind of has like a Scooby-Doo understanding. So it's just like, yeah, no, I grew up watching Scooby-Doo on Boomerang. I think I probably lean towards the more serious takes on Scooby-Doo. You know, the first 3 of the Quad trilogy, Mystery Incorporated, the James Gunn movies, where it's still fun and goofy, but it is like they do lean on the more horror and suspense elements. I think that's what really makes it fun, is the push and pull of that, and Witch's Ghost is a good example of that.
All right. Snowdifer?
General thoughts on Scooby-Doo or the movie in general? I mean,
Oh,
it's pretty much the same. Like I grew up with these. My preferred of the 4 were Zombie Island, like most people, just because of the Terror Time song. I love the Hex Girls, but also like I don't know, like my childhood best friend. I was telling Buster this in the other chat earlier, but my childhood best friend who became a cop, his like whole hyperfixation, his whole like identity was Scooby-Doo. So like I would just have always watched everything there fucking was. So like didn't matter what type of special it was, we were always looking for it, walking into stores and stuff and watching it, which is fine. Like I never soured on Scooby-Doo, never once. Like I've always also appreciated it just because it was something I watched as a kid as well. I think like my preferred is probably like as much as I do like Mystery Inc. and in all the movies, I always just like putting on is it not What's New Scooby-Doo, but
Yeah, I think it's
what do they call like the
2003
'60s one?
Oh, the 60s one.
Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?
Yeah, Where Are You?
That's the classic.
Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? The new Mysteries of Scooby-Doo is the one where they had all the guest stars. Then it's the 80s, which was when it was basically Shaggy, Scooby, Scrappy,
13
Daphne,
Ghosts of Scooby-Doo.
13 Ghosts, but like there was also a couple other things that had that cast. And then we had the late 80s, early 90s Supernatural trilogy, which is the Ghost Brothers, Ghoul School, and Reluctant Werewolf.
The Boo Brothers, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there is the Boo Brothers.
When was a pup named Scooby-Doo?
That was right after
late
that.
80s, early 90s.
Yeah, that was right after Werewolf. Same
Probably
year.
the same time as
Pup Name ended
Tom and
in
Jerry
1991.
Kids.
Pup Name ended in 1991, and it was 7 years before Zombie Island happened.
Yeah.
When did Tom and Jerry Kids come out and the Looney Tunes?
Let me look. I think Looney Tunes was late or was mid 90s.
Tiny Toons.
Tiny Toons.
All right. Well, before we get too into trying to track the entire history of the franchise, we haven't let Buster say what their experience with Scooby.
All right. I was a big Cartoon Network kid. So that means I saw a lot of Scooby-Doo. I saw some classic 2003, like What's New Scooby-Doo. I saw the Mystery Inc. show as it was airing. I saw a lot of the specials and movies through reruns, and I quite enjoyed what I watched. And then like I wasn't the biggest Scooby fan. My big old cartoon hyperfixation was Tom and Jerry. Like I gotta recommend some Tom and Jerry sometime, because I love that series too much. But I still like Scooby-Doo a lot. I remember actually getting quite interested in the Scoob movie in 2020. It was okay. I don't think it's nearly as bad as people make it out to be, but it was like, it was whatever. It's fine. It's a fine movie. It's like it's just not like doesn't really hit the highs of these movies.
Yeah.
And then I finally sat down. I've seen bits and pieces. I remembered Cyber Chase and Alien Invaders. I watched. They reran those a lot on Cartoon Network, so I was really excited to revisit those because I didn't just watch Witch's Ghost. I watched Zombie Island and Alien Invaders along with Witch's Ghost. I was gonna watch Cyber Chase, but we ran out of time, and I was watching these with friends, so it's like we couldn't reschedule like Cyber Chase beforehand. But I got Witch's Ghost done, which is the required assignment, and would you guys kill me to say this is the weakest one of the ones I watched? It's still good. It's still like fun.
I won't kill you, but I will vehemently disagree. I actually think Alien Invaders is the weakest one.
Oh, Alien Invaders is my favorite one of the ones we watched. Like
Alien Invaders is fun, but it just feels like such a basic episode plot.
But here's the thing.
I'm in your camp for this, Buster. I'm in your camp.
Let's be really honest about this. Out of the quadrilogy, Cyber Chase is the weakest one.
Yeah, it probably would be, but like I only watched the first 3 because I couldn't have time to. Cyber Chase also just has this weird limbo of like I watched it too much as a kid, and that's my most nostalgic Scooby-Doo memory.
Yes, Cyber Chase was actually my favorite as a kid. It's only when I did a rewatch of all 4 of them last year that this one became my favorite.
That's fair. And like there's some value in Witch's Ghost. I just think like the storyboarding and like animation in Zombie Island and Alien Invaders is just much more interesting than Witch's Ghost, because I think my biggest problem
is, but man, I was marveling at some of the facial expressions in this movie.
Oh yeah, so Witch's Ghost has some good animation in the last third. The rest of it's kind of basic. That's just my like take on it. Like
I would say nostalgic.
Yeah, nostalgic. I mean, like I don't know, like it's like I don't mind like limited animation. I just feel like Witch's Ghost wasn't like didn't have the same like energy as Zombie Island or Alien Invaders that I like. Anyway,
yeah,
but
here's the thing. I actually found some behind the scenes information about all that.
Yeah,
there's a reason for that.
Oh, different studios?
No, they made Zombie Island, and basically Warner Brothers and Hanna-Barbera was like, okay, you can do whatever the fuck you want. We just want to see if people are interested in Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
And it became a success, and then they were like, oh, the next one, we're gonna meddle a lot more. And the creatives were like, no, because the producers and people, all the heads up, were like, oh, it needs to be like classic Scooby-Doo. They pull off the mask and reveal, and it's like, no, Zombie Island, the reason Zombie Island worked is because we twisted that. And so basically they had to go behind their backs to do the last third.
Oh, wow. So that's why the last third of this movie is way more interesting.
That's really fun because it does have that feeling of like a slightly amped up classic Scooby story, and then it just takes a turn for the third act. And I think that works to its benefit because it's kind of like you get your cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
But also, I can see the studio meddling a lot just in like how much more celebrity involvement there is in this one. Like, obviously, there's Tim Curry playing I Can't Believe It's Not Stephen King. But then one of the Hex Girls, I believe, is a singer from, I want to say the Go-Go's, like a popular band of the time. And do you know who sings the Scooby-Doo theme song at the start of this movie?
Yes, Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yeah. I did not recognize him until I was watching the behind the scenes special that's included on the DVD and was in my my torrent, because for some reason this isn't on fucking HBO Max right now. But
for some reason, HBO Max hates cartoons.
But no, I was watching that and I saw it and I was like, oh my god. I can't. It like, you can totally hear it once you see his face, but I never recognized it before. Billy Ray Cyrus, first man ever to make a career out of just having a child.
He had a one-hit wonder, but yeah.
I guess, like, speaking of voice cast stuff or just people who talk in the movie, this is the first time Scott Ines voices Shaggy and Scooby, because last movie it was like in Zombie Island it was freaking, of all people, Billy West as Shaggy, and then I think Frank Welker still did Scooby.
No, he was Scooby in Zombie Island, but also this is the first time in animation, but he had voiced Shaggy in a couple of video games before this.
Yeah, he like, because the Wikipedia I'm reading does tell he's a radio personality, so like, that makes
Speaking
sense.
of video games specifically, because that did remind me of something I wanted to say. Is the first part of the Nintendo 64 game this movie?
Probably.
I don't know what game you're talking about. The only Scooby game I ever played as a kid was Night of 100 Frights, which has this voice cast.
Yeah, let me look up. Classic Creep Capers, was it?
I can't remember. I just know that, like, it all seems to play out the same, although I think it's the night that you're going up against in the museum.
But what we're talking about the voice cast, I do want to say, like, one of my favorite things about this movie is the voice cast. Like, when I think of the Scooby characters, these are the voices I hear. Like, I don't have a problem with other people who have voiced the Scooby characters per se, but these are just like the default takes in my head. Like, obviously Frank Welker forever and always will be Fred, but BJ Ward is my favorite Velma, Mary Kay Bragman is my favorite Daphne, and Scott Innes is my favorite Scooby and Shaggy.
Yeah, Scott Ines. I think there's a lot of value, especially in some of the other movies, that like Scooby and Shaggy are voiced by the same person. It just like emphasizes that bond they have. I don't like in a weird like comedic and thematic sense where it's like, oh, just having them played by the same actor, just like you just like, it makes their one brain cell like lifestyle like just click more. So it just does a really good job with both voices. I like, just like, this is in Zombie Island, but the way he says no, that's a different voice actor. I can't compliment, but I still want to mention this because it's like I've been thinking about this all week. Every time Scooby says rats in Zombie Island, it cracked me up. He says rats a lot in Zombie Island, and it's the funniest shit to me. And I think it's only down to the delivery of the way he says rats. So,
he's got like a higher pitch than Frank Welker does, and it makes the character feel just a little more fun and easygoing.
Yeah, it's like both like, just like, honestly, like all the like the direction for these the voice cast is great. And it kind of like, it does really help make some of like the weaker parts of the movie, or some of the more like whatever parts of the movie like more flow better, because it's like, yeah, I'm listening to these fun voices.
It's also just like, it harkens back to a simpler time in animation where you kept the cast much more tight and economical. like there's only, I want to say, like 10 or 15 voice actors in this whole movie, and yet you never feel like it's really self-contained because they use them all to their full effect and give them a lot to do in the story. Like even the Hex Girls, which you think would just be like a plot device, they get quite a bit of character development all across the story. And they don't do the thing a lot of modern animated movies do where they cast a speaking actress and a singing actress. All the speaking actresses do the songs as well in this.
Yeah, I think there was like only one in the credits that was different vocalists. Like, but that's the credits. Who cares? Actually,
it's
I
almost
care
as
about
if
credits.
they demask by the end of the.
The voices
movie.
for the Hex Girls did Hex Girl, Earth, Wind, Fire, and Air, but 3 different people did the witch's ghost at the credits.
Yeah, like the tail end. But that's credits. There's something I was gonna say about the voice. I forgot. I don't know. Any other things we wanna? Yes.
It's interesting seeing Neil Ross pop up in a bit part rather than being like a main character for once.
Neil Ross. Oh no, he's done a lot of 80s.
Yeah. He's more often than not like a main villain or a mentor to the main character. He's the mayor in this.
Oh, the mayor. Oh, that mayor was really funny and like how awful he was. Like that was
awful, but like he wasn't bad.
Yeah,
he was just more opportunistic.
Opportunistic, but it was still like he was still like a jerk. Because I was like, there's that. Like I think again, just great voice cast overall. It also just helps that it's all one city, so it's like you can it kind of makes it like it's more of a compact scenario instead of like I mean, like granted, most of these Scooby movies are pretty compact, where it's like Zombie Island, you're on the Zombie Island, like Witch's Ghost, you're in the city, you're in this like small town. Alien Invaders, you're in like the middle of nowhere. It's great. It's just good.
No, Buster. That's the one where he teams up with Courage.
Okay. You're right. I shouldn't say middle of nowhere, because that's an actual thing in Courage the Cowardly Dog. God, I love Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Another thing, like just Scooby wise to talk about though, is like Scooby is known as a franchise for having a lot of celebrity cameos. And while there are a number of celebrities involved with this movie, none of them are playing themselves. It's almost like at one point, maybe in like an earlier draft of the script, they wanted to get actual Stephen King, and then they realized all the witch stuff they were doing would not work in Maine, so they had to like file the serial numbers off.
Oh yeah, because Stephen King's Maine. Oh, of course. Like,
I mean, there's also the fact that they add a little H.P. Lovecraft to him too.
Yeah, I think it's more just Stephen King inspired rather than just like they wanted him like at first. I mean, was this around when was Maximum Overdrive coming out? This was after Maximum Overdrive. I don't know.
Yeah,
but this was also like late '90s is when like Stephen King adaptations got popular the first time around.
Yeah, true.
But I mean, also I think this is the first time where Scooby-Doo starts actually being referential to classic American horror stuff, because I don't think without Ravencroft in this, played by Tim Curry, a reference to Stephen King and H.P. Lovecraft, that we would get the Lovecraft reference in Monsters Incorporated, and Harlan Ellison in that show too.
Oh yeah.
Like not a character played by Harlan Ellison, actual Harlan Ellison.
Yeah, like a lot of like concepts from these movies would like go on to be important to like either Mystery Inc. or the 2003 show. It just again these movies.
It kind of feels like a midpoint in the evolution to me, because you also have Vincent Van Gogh in 13 Ghosts.
True. Yeah, I haven't seen 13 Ghosts. You really got to get on it eventually.
It's interesting to go back to the quadrilogy, because actually looking at the timeline of Scooby-Doo, it's interesting because it's, guy's a mess, there's a logical explanation for everything. Oh, let's just play with ghosts and goblins and everything with 13 Ghosts and the 80s trilogy. And then we get, let's actually play into horror, and then over the quadrilogy, it goes back to classic Scooby, and then we have What's New Scooby-Doo coming out of that. Because these are the pilots for What's New Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, which was much more my Scooby childhood than these movies. Like, I saw these movies a few times as a kid, but I think every kid of the 2000s just saw constant reruns of What's New.
Oh, 100%.
The theme song is the best. The Simple Plan theme song for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean they put that shit in Fortnite. That's how you know it's like the definitive version of the theme song.
I mean, there's a reason why I think Scooby-Doo music is kind of bifurcated between 60s hippie music and pop punk. Like, anytime it's one of those two genres from now on out, it's because the original was 60s stuff, and that cemented, no, pop punk is part of Scooby-Doo now.
Yeah, like both 2000, and also just these movies, they have like insert tracks, both like the Hex Girls and just even like Zombie Island and Alien Invaders got like Terror Time and the Aliens Are Here, which I've been pumping the Aliens Are Here for like a bit, like ever since I saw the movie. It's a really fun track. I had to actually listen to a cover of that because they don't have like they never made a studio record, they never released a studio version of it, so I had to listen to a cover. The cover's good. It's just like, damn, well, man, my alien. Weird. Yeah, I can only find a version of like from the movie with sound effects. Maybe there is one on Spotify, but on YouTube I couldn't find. I don't know. Maybe I'm not looking hard enough. Who knows?
They did do a CD of it.
Yeah, maybe.
Has it just not been ripped?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking on YouTube. I'm looking on YouTube, so it's like I don't know. Maybe someone just didn't upload.
Buster, there is a Weird Al Yankovic song on that album.
Oh, I gotta go listen. I gotta go find it. Anyway.
Anyway, on now.
All right, which is Ghost. Let's get back to that one. I like the. Okay, I'm a bit like the plot of this movie because we actually haven't. We mostly talk about the impact. We haven't really talked about the plot. Because so like it starts off with like Shaggy and Scooby like they're like doing some shit and then they get saved by the Stephen King XP and I'm like. Okay,
the whole gang was clearly working on that mystery because you see them at the start, and then Shaggy and Scooby do their thing and screw it up.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I'm just like I always like could I don't know. Yeah,
and Velma just immediately falls over herself when she meets. I can't believe it's not Stephen King.
Yeah, like I mean, I can granted Velma would be the kind of character to fall in love with that, but it's still like a bit like much sometimes. It's like, oh, okay, guys, fellas.
I also think this might be the first time. Like, I'm not 100% a Scooby expert, but to my knowledge, this is like the first time they at all hinted at like a love story for Velma.
There probably was a couple in the '60s when that we just forgot about. Yeah.
Maybe in the kid one, I think they were like.
Yeah, like. Papa named Scooby-Doo, there's some romance. I don't know.
I think that'd be just a genuine no then.
Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is.
No, but like the '60s show was pretty sexual.
Yeah, like the whole Fred and Daphne thing was a joke that people came up with and then came back into the franchise later, and they even acknowledged that in the movie. Yeah.
It started in Zombie Island. What else? I'm trying to think of
they meet up with great value Stephen King, and he's like, "Hey, I'm a fan of your work too. You guys want to come to my hometown with me for a weekend?" And they get there, and they immediately find out that the hometown is exploiting this guy's like history of having had a witch in his family's past.
Yeah, for like some theme parks and all, not theme parks, but like attractions.
Having been wrongfully accused of having a witch in his family.
Yeah. And so the gang is immediately like, all right, we're gonna figure this shit out. And they do some standard Scooby-Doo stuff for about 40 minutes, and then the town gets found out that like everybody was in on it because it's a thing to generate a tourist trap, and then they find out like, oh wait, there is an actual thing we found that you might want to look at. And then great value Stephen King is like, oh cool, I've always wanted to take over the world with actual fucking magic, and they have to deal with that for 15 minutes.
And that's when the animation really pops off and like it becomes like the X-Men Japanese opening.
Literally,
it is funny to see them. Go ahead.
You go,
motherfucker. Yeah. So it's funny to see them use the whole like exploit of person in a mask scaring to bring people in, because normally it's just historically always scaring people away from businesses. Which I mean, they make a joke about that in the very beginning whenever they get there.
Yeah. What was Boingo going to say?
I was gonna say he does like a full-on anime villain jumping backflip.
Yeah, exactly. It's he jumps all over like the last half of the movie. It's crazy. It's like
which makes sense because
of him saying Dio quotes.
Yeah.
Because again, did some research. This was partially co-animated with a studio called Mook Animation in Japan.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That's why it's the quadrilogy, because Mook worked on the first 4. After that, they no longer worked on it, so that's kind of like a unifying element. Because the staff changed between this and Alien.
They also dropped these character designs for What's New and all the direct-to-DVD movies after that.
Also, like, I'm looking at Mook's. Oh, you go.
No, I was just.
They changed the Mystery Machine back too, I think.
Yeah, this is much more like a contemporary van.
I love this version.
It's still a Volkswagen. I mean, I guess the original was supposed to be a GMC, but this is like a VW.
It looks like a Ford Aerostar.
Yeah, it does.
I can see it.
Yeah, but the thing I wanted to mention was I'm looking at on Mook's Wikipedia page under their OVA section. They list these movies, which it counts. It does count, but also
that's great. That's fantastic, actually.
It does count. Like it's technically not wrong, but it's like
I'm surprised you didn't go through the shows that they helped work on, such as SWAT Cats, Biker Mice from Mars,
Aeon
Street
Flux.
Sharks, and Men in Black, the TV show.
Oh yeah,
God.
I could see Men in Black, the TV show. That's pretty cool.
All WB
That's definitely like the familiarity for the. Oh wow.
All
so basically, we can partially thank Mook Animation for giving everybody in the early 2000s goth girl fetish.
Yeah, let's do this. All right, so motherfuckers love to talk about like this character or that character, like fucking Raven from Teen Titans or the chick from Danny Phantom as like, oh, this gave tons and tons of men of our generation goth girl fetishes. Nah, motherfucker, it starts with this movie right here.
I mean, like what? Where's goth punk was already like becoming a thing at the time, right?
Depending on what age you are, by the way.
It was, but this was kind of like the first thing to really capitalize it and show it to children.
Yeah, that's fair.
And Sim, just so you were aware, goth was a music movement, started as early as like 1979.
Mm-hmm.
It was all throughout the 80s.
Yeah, I'm aware. I know. I've seen The Craft.
Yeah, but they're fun characters. Like I like it's kind of like they do kind of like have the hippie like Earth stuff, which is like that's
they specifically go out of the way to say they're eco goths multiple times in the movie, which I'm like, what a 90s concept.
Yeah, I mean, like
that's
it does
also
fit
just
with,
like a weird thing of like all the like how many of the goths growing up were like weird vegetarians and vegans. Like, it's like a specific plot point.
Yeah. And it's clear that it's like a thing they all do as like, we're friends. This is our little thing that we have that keeps us together as a group. And like I would assume that the band kind of came out of that, where like the being goth was first, and then they were like, we should start our own band. And I like that there's enough characterization for them in this movie to see like, yes, that is a part of their personalities, but they are also regular people.
Yeah. Like, I do kind of wish there was a little more, but again, it's like very short, 60-minute runtime. We got a Scooby-Doo mystery to solve, save it for the side material.
And they are fun reoccurring characters within the mythos of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. They pop up like every fourth project, I want to say.
Yeah, like they appeared in Mystery Inc. I gotta watch.
They were in What's New. They've been in a couple of different of the movies. They were in Mystery Incorporated, and they did show up in Guess Who, which is the new guest star show.
Hasn't it been over for a couple of years now?
It has.
Yeah, I mean, new is as in there was one from the 70s and one from recently.
The most recent one.
Yeah, here's the thing. The most recent Scooby-Doo thing was the freaking Velma Halloween special, so it's like we're kind of in a dud zone for Scooby material right now. There hasn't been anything this year.
The Yokai one's coming up soon.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, like, look, I'm not one of those fucking rage baiters who just hates the Velma show with no fucking reasoning behind it, but like, God, I want there to be a new, just straight up Scooby-Doo show. We need that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this yokai one could work, but it's still a bit like alternative, so we'll see. Like,
I don't think we're ever gonna be in a non-Scooby moment. Like, there's always been Scooby-Doo, and it's always changed. Like, that's kind of the nature of it.
True.
Yeah, it's just like for the last few years, all we've had is Velma and Scoob, which aren't terrible, but they're just not what I'm out for.
Oh, there's something else there, but it's not worth talking about. Less so than Velma. I don't even know what that show's called, but it was like the horribly animated one.
Oh, the Family Guy one. That one was. I heard that one was all right because it had.
Be Cool Scooby-Doo is fun. I like Be Cool.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing: you gotta watch it. As
I gave it an honest shot.
Yeah.
No, I gave it an honest shot, and I couldn't. Like, I could get behind the whole idea of Velma before I could like sit through any more of that.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I love the crazy Daphne characterization that's in that show.
Yeah, there's some fun jokes in there. Anyway, back to Witch's Ghost, maybe. I mean, I guess that's like Scooby-Doo. Just like everything connects with each other. It's just crazy. Like,
It is the most continuity-heavy show without having any continuity.
Yeah, because it's it's more like legacy. I think it's like all the legacy connects with each other. Of like, because there's like so much.
You know what it is? It's like they're pulp characters. Like everything has happened, but you don't need to definitively know the order in which it happens. It's just here's a Scooby-Doo story. In this one, they're like their average ages. Here's another one. In this one, they're kind of younger. Here's another one. In this one, they're way older. Whatever. Have fun. Except for like the multiple ones that try to do the origin, the definitive origin. Like, I think most Scooby-Doo things kind of fit within the same canon in the same way like most Conan the Barbarian or the Shadow stories fit in the same canon.
Yeah.
A lot of new Scooby-Doo things, or like not new, but like a lot of Scooby-Doo things will handle like referencing the old just by doing flashbacks of popular villains throughout the years.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they already have that like a little bit baked in. Well, I don't know. I'm missing my second part of that thought, so I'm bailing on it immediately.
I mean,
other than that being a formed thought.
Yeah, and getting back to the thing Buster was saying of like it's hard to talk about a single Scooby-Doo thing without bringing up other Scooby-Doo things. Originally, that was the idea I had when I was trying to figure out what to do for October. I was just going to tell you guys, watch as much Scooby-Doo as you can, and we'll just come back and talk about the franchise. But I figured we needed a single thing to kind of tether us.
Yeah. No, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
It might be difficult to talk about the 60s show just because it is episodic.
I mean, we could talk about the YouTube poops.
We can also talk about like how interesting the creation of that show is, where like it's very different from anything Hanna-Barbera had done up to that time, and yet it set the template for most cartoons that followed it for like 10 years. And it was also like heavily inspired by a contemporary sitcom.
Which sitcom?
I think it's called The Many Lives of Dolby Gibson. Like if you look at Dolby Gibson and his best friend / love interest Zelma in that show.
Zelma?
Like Fred and Velma's designs are literally just those two characters.
That's crazy. That's hilarious.
When did the red shirt Shaggy start?
80s.
That was 80s.
That was when it was just Scooby, Shaggy, and Scrappy.
Yeah, that's
because it was Scoob, Shaggy, and Scrappy for the movies, and Daphne and Flim Flam showed up whenever they did a show.
Fucking Flim Flam, dude! Don't even.
Flim Flam.
What? That's a dude. He was there.
He was there.
It being connected to Hanna-Barbera.
So what's the second?
Also, like the show you were talking about, the sitcom, is The Many Loves of Doobie Gillis.
Oh, many I thought you said Many Lives, and I'm like, damn. I guess he.
Yeah, the blonde guy is the one that inspired.
Yeah, that's Fred. That looks like Fred.
I actually, funnily enough, learned this through the Quentin Reviews Beverly Hillbillies video from a couple years ago, because there's a fucking side tangent where because his dad makes that video where his dad starts talking about a guest actor in one of the episodes who was the actor that played Zelma on Dolby Gibson, and like just does a whole biography on her and says like, yeah, this one guest actor on Beverly Hillbillies is responsible for Scooby-Doo. You're welcome.
That's funny. I gotta include more side tangents in my video. No, I don't. No, I don't include, but I can. But I like pacing. I like pacing. Pacing is fun.
Pace your videos like a Stephen King novel, then.
No. Well, speaking of, yeah.
Just no.
I don't want to. Oh yeah. We keep calling him the Stephen King XP, but he's actually called Ben Ravencroft. What do you feel about his character outside of the Stephen King-isms? Or that's not even he's more Tim Curry-isms because he's voiced by Tim Curry, so he just has this like very devious voice.
I do. Like there is actually a little sinister change in his voice when you find out he's a motherfucker.
Oh yeah, there is.
A little,
yeah.
He starts like doing the evil Tim Curry laugh and shit. Like,
yeah,
there's a subtle.
Yeah, what Boygo said. Yeah.
No, I think Tim Curry genuinely steals the show.
Yeah, especially in the latter act.
Okay, you know how they made a shitty sequel to Zombie Island?
Yes.
I'm holding a monkey paw right now. Yo.
No.
They never said Ben died. He could be resummoned.
But yeah, he gets stuck in that book. Which I wonder what that's fucking like in there.
They burned the book.
They burned the book.
The book is destroyed.
Yeah.
The book is destroyed. That doesn't mean the spiritual realm they live in is destroyed.
All right. Okay. Are you just trying to make money by pitching a sequel to Warner Brothers?
We could get that by getting like 14 more ghosts, like 13 more ghosts.
No joke. Rewatching some Scooby-Doo just made me go like, man, it's such a fertile ground for just ideas, even though it's such a simple concept. That like I feel like anybody who has a creative bone in their body has a Scooby-Doo pitch.
True, yeah. Probably. I mean, there was that comic.
Just please don't ever do the fucking post-apocalyptic one.
Oh, I was
that already happened.
Yeah, I was about to mention that. Yeah.
I know.
And it's actually good. It's not bad.
Yeah, wasn't
but it's also unnecessary in my opinion.
No, it's fair.
Some people would say Batman Beyond is fucking unnecessary.
Well, I was about to say, wasn't that the same initiative that gave us like that really good Flintstones political satire comic?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I just wanted to mention
that. Gay rights, exit stage left. That guy, I can't remember his name.
Fucking
Snaggletooth.
Yes, Snaggletooth. And he's
anyway. I just like mentioning that Flintstones comic because that's one of the hardest comic covers I've ever seen.
We committed a genocide, Barney.
Have you actually read that comic, Buster? Because it's fucking great.
I know it's good. I just really like mentioning it because this cover goes so hard. Like I'm about to post it in chat. Like this freaking the first issue cover goes so hard with like the bowling ball and shit.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm probably gonna read it after this call. Anyway, it's only like 12 issues. I've been meaning to get to it for a while. Anyway, yeah, but Scooby-Doo. Again, like this really just shows the flexibility. It may be like my lead. It's still a good movie, even though I prefer Zombie Island and Alien Invasion more. But it's still like a solid like adventure. Like just like you're having fun with the Scooby Gang, and then there's like some big ass like the magic is real, and then it's like we gotta find it, and it's like Scooby and Shaggy get into some like slapstick that they're basically shonen protagonists in these movies, or like by accident. Like we're just their slapstick saves the day rather and they're like it's great. Like you don't need to make Shaggy Ultra Instinct. He's already a shonen protagonist. He eats a lot. He like gets into situations.
Oh my god, the fucking eating scene in this movie,
bro! That poor restaurant owner, bro.
Man, and now he's not even going to recoup that with the tourism money.
Oh no. Yeah, Scooby and Shaggy just bankrupted him.
I do think.
Oh yeah, he stopped because they put it all on fucking Ben's tab, and Ben's gone now.
I mean, his bank account will take care of it.
Yeah.
But I was about to say, out of the three of these, I do think Witch's Ghost has the most solid mystery.
Yeah, I can agree.
Like, the Mystery and Alien Invaders, like, you get 1 to 2 clues and there's nothing, and there's only one group of people that has 3 to kind of, like, make you suspect who's who. Zombie Island has, like, a couple things leading you to the point, but the mystery isn't solved. It's revealed to them.
Yeah.
This is no, there was clues, there was purpose, they did investigating, and they found things that made sense for the conclusion that they come to.
100%, yeah. Like, I can agree Witch's Ghost has the better mystery. I just like a Zombie Island I like more for the animation, because, like, I think that's the most visually impressive of the 4 OVAs. And then, with Alien Invasion, I think...
Shaggy Fox?
No, I was okay. Emotional core. There's an emotional core to it. There's an actual, like, a Shaggy and Scooby get some focus, and, like, you know, like, you get, like, a little bit of, like, a bit extra emotion to it that you don't get in other Scooby things. That's kind of my reasoning. And also, the groovy song is really funny. I think.
Oh yeah, when everything was groovy.
Yeah, it's so funny. I was laughing my ass off when I was watching that. But anyway, yeah, Witch's Ghost still has a lot good. Again, out of the 3 I watched, I was like, yeah, I personally, they're all still good movies. They're all still good movies.
Yeah, I don't think any of them are bad by any means. They're all fantastic.
Even Cyber Chase,
especially when
I
viewed together.
It's really just like a taste thing. Like what are your wants from a Scooby thing, and you're gonna be able to figure out which one you like.
Yeah, and it's like I still think you shouldn't just pick one. You should watch them all just to feel like, okay, what do I like from Scooby-Doo? It's a good litmus test for, like, what is your favorite aspect? Is it the characters? Is it the mystery? Is it the tone?
I do think this is the best Scooby movie to watch during October.
Oh, 100%. This is the most October-y one. Like, Alien Invasion could be more of a November movie.
That is part of why I chose it.
Yeah.
I could have literally just chosen Happy Halloween Scooby-Doo, but
is that the recent one with Elvira and Bill Nye the Science Guy?
That is that one, yeah. And it is actually a really good movie. You should check it out if you haven't. But
that sounds awesome. I'm gonna check that out.
We gotta watch the WWE one so we could see
the
infamous John Cena punch.
That's the only good part. You don't need to watch anything else from that movie.
I've seen it all.
Oh my god. Okay, look, I don't want to do any, like, can we veto any WWE products on Analytical Fanboys? Because I do not want to watch Surf's Up 2.
We've already done 2 of their pay-per-views.
Well, from now on, like, vetoing any...
That's kind of a tough one historically, because, like, we do like wrestling.
Yeah, wrestlers. Yeah. Well,
the wrestling pay-per-view.
We got AEW. We got AEW.
Yeah, but I mean, one of my favorite episodes we ever did was the fucking Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
It's just too tainted for me, and I don't want to watch Surf's Up 2.
We don't have to watch Surf's Up 2, and that's easy enough to say.
Yeah.
I think of all the media, Surf's Up 2 is an easy guarantee will never be on this show.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, just wanted to make that joke. Do we have anything else to say about Witch's Ghost?
Do you know who actually voiced the Witch's Ghost?
I think it was one of the Hex Girls. Like
John C. Witch.
It was a different voice actress, and I think it's one that's gonna surprise you. Tress MacNeille.
Oh, that's who she voices.
Yeah.
Oh, that's her only role. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just looking.
The other Hex Girl, just the Hex Girls, Jennifer Hale voices Thorn.
Yeah.
Jane Wilden is Dusk, and Luna is Kimberly Brooks.
Yeah. Pretty common voice actors.
They did always remind me of, like, a different flavor Josie and the Pussycats.
Yeah, kinda.
They've also got a little bit of Gem going on.
I mean, that's the thing is Hanna-Barbera has had bands in a lot of their shows, and Scooby-Doo just hadn't. So it's like, what if we just made a couple goth girls and they just show up every once in a while and they're friends?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is also the movie that there's a cute Easter egg of, like, Ruby, the corner of Ruby and Spears Street.
Ruby Spears. Yep, they created Scooby-Doo. Yeah, Joe Ruby and Ken Spears.
Also, both the founders of Hanna-Barbera were still actively working on the movies at this time. I didn't realize that until I went to do my research tonight.
Oh shit! I thought they just it's based on the characters they created.
Nope, they're credited as executive producers, and they were interviewed for the DVD behind the scenes featurette.
Oh, yeah, and I think the last one they worked on was Cyber Chase because at that time they were both dead.
Yeah. Actually, that's another unfortunate thing. Daphne's voice actor, she didn't get to voice her for that long because of unfortunate circumstances.
Yeah, she died right after this.
Right, this was the last. This was the last.
She did Alien Invaders.
Yeah, but she already recorded that. But this was the last one released in her lifetime. That's it's still it's it kind of is unfortunate that a lot of the the voice cast was so shifty around. But it's the people who did work on it.
I'm looking at her behind this voice actors page for the first time. I didn't know she was the original voice of Jessie from Toy Story.
Like in the movies, or in the movie.
Yeah, in the movie.
In the manga.
Yeah, I actually did not know that either because it's been a while since I've watched Toy Story 2.
She also did almost every female voice for the first couple seasons of South Park, apparently.
Yeah, that's what I mainly know her for she voiced a bunch of people in South Park.
What the fuck? She's JJ the Jet Plane?
No.
No.
That's amazing.
We will not. I do not. I don't want.
What, you don't like the plain version of Thomas?
That was my Thomas growing up. I don't want to go back there.
I was a Thomas kid, but I got into JJ the Jet Plane for a little bit.
They kind of scare me. I had the toys, and I tried to track them down. Pretty sure in one of our podcasts, but I don't want to. I don't want to go back there.
All right. Not today. Not today.
All right. Well, it's a good movie. I don't think there's much else to say.
True.
Scooby-Dooby.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. All right, Boingo, what do you got for us?
Okay, so I have a couple picks, and I am partially just going to figure out what we're going to do. So we're going to discuss real quick. Timeline. How much time do you guys think you're going to have for the next month to engage in the media?
I'm giving 10 hours.
A little less, but not a lot less than normal because we're getting into the holidays, so I'll be a little busier.
Yeah, so give us 8 hours. 8 hours max.
Okay, then that kind of basically takes care of one thing off. So we're not going to talk about the TV show. So pick which medium you like. We can do a comic, we can do a music album, we can do a video game, or we can do a movie.
All right, everyone.
I kind of like album.
You want to do the album? Okay, so
wait, no, I actually don't want to do the album. I don't want to do the album, actually. I vetoed that because last album Boingo picked was really bad. So I don't want to do it.
You're not talking about Nirvana, are you?
No, we're talking about Oasis. The album was fine. We just started shitting on it by the end.
Yeah, I did not like that experience. That was a weird experience. I don't want to do that right now. Just do the movie. Just do the movie. Actually, should we?
Okay, Buster's voting for movie.
No, I'm voting for comic. I'm doing voting comic. I'm voting comic. Never mind.
This is chaos. I didn't realize.
Buster has changed it so many times.
Why would you bring a choice-based alternative to a podcast where one of the hosts has permanent decision paralysis?
Look, that's me. Yeah.
Okay, Buster's voting comic. Sim, what are you thinking? What are you feeling?
I am cool with comic or movie.
Okay, Cody.
Movie.
You know what? Considering what you're going to be doing over the next month, Cody, I think movie would be the best choice. So we are going to engage with the 1993 film Much Ado About Nothing. Fuck you! We're doing Shakespeare.
Oh, we could have had comic books. We could have had comic books.
What have you done, Cody?
It wouldn't have mattered.
It would have mattered.
It would matter to me, damn it. It's relevant.
Hey, if it makes it any better, Keanu Reeves is in this movie.
Oh, it's a movie. Okay, I thought it was a stage play.
No, it's a movie. It's one of the Kenneth Branagh Shakespeare movies.
Oh, we could watch Othello sometimes, though. There's a good stage play of that out.
Oh, yeah.
Considering what we were talking about, I'm surprised you didn't try and get us to do a wrestling pay-per-view, Boingo.
That was like during the conversation. Boingo has to plan this shit out before we even talk about the thing, the last thing. All right, so I guess next up is
It's also free on Tubi, so you guys can watch it.
Tubi for the win.
It stars Kenneth Branagh, Emma Thompson, Kate Beckinsale, Robert Sean Leonard, Keanu Reeves, Denzel Washington, and Michael Keaton.
I have failed you.
So this is a 1993 movie, right?
Yeah.
I'm posting the poster so everyone knows what it is.
I'm gonna just full on post it too.
What was the album gonna be?
It was gonna be Rush.
You know, I think you know what, fair. Yeah, but maybe
because they're coming back on tour.
Last time I'm still a bit sus because last time we did that, that was a weird experience.
I just opened it on Tubi and I love the thumbnail. I'm gonna screen cap it and send it to you.
I think it's the same thumbnail I got when I opened it. So much to do about nothing.
Much ado. Here's the thing. I could have said one of the Shakespearean tragedies. This is a comedy.
Oh, thank God. Funny jokes. Okay, jokes. Okay, so I guess
it's a Shakespeare comedy. Whatever. We'll get into that next time.
I know he's known for his comedy.
Isn't Othello a comedy?
No, Othello is a tragedy. Othello's a tragedy. Romeo and Juliet's a tragedy. Oedipus Rex is a tragedy. Several of the Henrys are tragedies. I know one of them might be a comedy.
Also, this poster is really funny. The poster for the movie. I love floating head posters with all the actors. They're really funny.
I love this thumbnail. Look at this fucking
guy.
He's so happy. He's so ready to go.
He's cheesing it up. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So Much to Do About Nothing is next up on Analytical Fanboys. You can watch it on Tubi if you're in a country that has Tubi.
Yep. But in the meantime,
I like how if we don't do host shit for long enough, Buster will just start doing it.
I also just find it funny. It's just like we do schlocky pop culture stuff, and then every once in a while we have to fancy it up with some actual culture.
I don't mind. I prefer.
Yeah, I just
find it funny. I'm not saying it's right or wrong either way. It's just more of like, eventually someone's gonna go like art host shit.
I'm just, I'm gonna give this a shot, but I'm now more so looking forward to the equal opposite reaction that has to happen. Cody's probably gonna pick like fucking Gremlins for Christmas.
Oh no, I already know what my next pick is. I'm not gonna do something Christmas related, so
all right. But in the meantime, Buster, tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me on the Buster Corp channel and on Bluesky, yapping about lots of things. It's the holiday season. Gotta get a lot of things done. Gotta get the YouTube shorts out. Gotta get the TikToks. Gotta get the analysis videos. Lots of exciting stuff happening. So check that out on the Buster Corp channel.
Simeon?
Hey everybody, I'm Simeon. I sometimes post photos. I all the time talk about toys, and I occasionally engage in activism. You can find me on the internet spaces that are linked below.
Cody?
My name is Snowcone83 at Bluesky, Snowcone83, and Never_robot on Instagram, and Snowcone83.
And Snowcone83. This has been Analytical Fanboys, a monthly media cast where one of us picks a piece of media and we share it with the rest of us. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on the podcasting platform of your choosing. Next month, we are talking about Much Ado About Nothing. Fellas, do we have anything else we would like to say?
Roast.
Jeepers.
Toast.
Jinkies.
Rats.